Hello everyone from Adventure and Tech Runs. I hope you guys are doing okay. So today we'll be doing the speed test comparison between the iPhone 16 Pro and the regular iPhone 16. And before going ahead and begin with the test, I would like to discuss a little bit of the specs of both of these phones. And my iPhone 16 could charge up a little bit because this is being not charged since I bought it. So yeah, so if we just go ahead and just do the spec check on both of these devices, so we would know like how different these are in terms of the specs before you understands the test. If we come on to the dimensions of the phones, so iPhone 16 has the 147.6 by 71.6 by 7.8 millimeter in thickness, while the iPhone 16 Pro is the 149.6 into 71.5 by 8.3 millimeter in thickness. So if you talk about the weight, so obviously the iPhone 16 is lighter, is 170 grams. However, the iPhone 16 Pro is 199 grams. If you talk about the glass and the build, so both have the Apple proprietary glass on the front and the back. However, the over here on the iPhone 16 Pro, we get to see the titanium frame, which is grade 5 as claimed by the Apple, while over here we get to see just the aluminum frame. Go ahead and talk more. So both are just IP68 dust water resistance up to 6 meter for 30 minutes, and both suppose the Apple Pay. And if we talk about the screen, so here we get to see the Super Retina HDR OLED HDR10 Dolby Vision with 1000 nits and 2000 nits of peak brightness. Over here on the 16 Pro, we get to see the LTPO Super Retina HDR OLED 120Hz HDR10 Dolby Vision, 1000 nits and 2000 nits of peak brightness, and this one can go up to 1 nits in the dark. And this one, if you talk about, so the iPhone 16 Pro obviously is the 120 hertz refresh rate, and the iPhone 16 is the 60 hertz of refresh rate, which would just make a lot of difference once you're just even using a phone on a regular basis. And this will just enhance your experience with the iPhone 16 Pro more. Here we get to see the 6.1 inches with 86.8% screen to body ratio, and the resolution over here is the 1179 by 2556 pixels with 19.5:9 ratio and 460 ppi as a pixel density. And yeah, so Apple says it's ceramic shield glass. You don't get to see the always on display over here. So if we come over here, so we get to see the 6.3 inches, 90.1% of screen to body ratio. With terms of the resolution, it comes with 1206 by 2622 pixels, which makes 90.5:9 ratio with 460 ppi in terms of the pixel density. And here also we get the ceramic shield glass, which both have like the 2004 gen. But here we get to see the always on display. I'm not sure why Apple didn't opt for the always on display in this. It could be just enabled with the software. There's no purpose of just keeping the differentiate or keep the difference in these small things, because this device is also not that cheap, that the iPhone 16 doesn't have the always on display. Okay, so if it comes about the processor or the chipset, so here we have the Apple A18 3nm chipset. Here on the iPhone 16 Pro, we get to see the Apple 18 Pro, which is also 3nm chipset. In terms of the CPU cores, so the iPhone 16 or you can say A18 has the hexa-core 2 into 4.04 gigahertz plus 4 into 2.2 gigahertz, while over here on the iPhone 16 Pro we get to see the 2 into 4.05 gigahertz plus 4 into 2.42 gigahertz. So you get to see the efficiency cores over here to be as almost similar. There's a difference in the performance cores when it comes to the iPhone 16 Pro. And if it comes about the GPU, so it has got the Apple 5 core graphics. On the iPhone 16 Pro we get to see the 6 core graphics. So in terms of the memory, this one goes from 128 256 and altogether up to 512 gigs max of memory options that you can get with 8 gigs of RAM. On the iPhone 16 Pro, we get to see the 128, 256, 512, and 1 up to 1 terabyte with 8 gigs of RAM, which is quite nice. Here we get to see the dual camera. Here we get to see the triple camera. So yeah, those were kind of the performance figures that you get to see, which might affect your performance on the phone. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and start the test. So before starting the test, I would like to know you guys that both our devices are being connected to the same network, and there's no background apps running on both phones. So just let's go ahead and start the test. So first we'll be just starting with the in shot, which is 1 2 3 go. So I think iPhone 16 open first, then we'll open the light cut. 1 2 3 go. I think iPhone 16 Pro was the first one to open, but the difference is very negligible in terms of the performance. Now we'll be running the Expedia. 1 2 3 go. Okay, iPhone 16 open this one first. We run the speed test over here. So 1 2 3 go. Almost they both were similar, and now we'll just go ahead and run the test. 1 2 3 go. Alright, so iPhone 16 Pro finished the test first. Now we'll be running the Pinterest. 1 2 3 go. Almost similar. Couldn't find the difference in between the both. If you guys can find, so you can just let me know. Alright, now we'll be running the calendar app. 1 2 3 go. Almost similar. And now we just try to open the App Store. 1 2 3 go. Almost similar. Couldn't find the difference. Again, you guys can let me know if you guys find any difference. Now we'll be running the calculator app. 1 2 3 go. Maybe slightly faster on the iPhone 16 Pro. Now we'll be opening the asphalt. 1 2 3 go. Alright, so iPhone 16 Pro open slightly faster. So now we'll be running the CSR Racing 2. 1 2 3 go. Alright, I think iPhone 16 open a little faster than the iPhone 16 Pro. Now we'll be running the Subway Surf to check how the normal or not so much graphic intensive games run on this one. So we'll just go ahead and open the Subway Surf. 1 2 3 go. Alright, the iPhone 16 is leading the way. So now we'll go ahead and open the Ray Racing 3. 1 2 3 go. Alright, so iPhone 16 Pro is faster. Now we'll be opening the Modern Combat 5. So 1 2 3 go. Wow, so iPhone 16 catch up pretty nicely on this one. Yeah, iPhone 16 Pro is still loading. Yeah. Now lastly, we'll be running the Geekbench test. and we'll see actual scores, how these both chips perform in terms of the CPU and GPU. So let's go ahead and open the Geekbench 6. So 1, 2, 3, go. Very similar. We'll just open the CPU benchmark test and we run the CPU benchmark now. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, so iPhone 16 Pro has completed the test and the iPhone 16 has also completed the test. Very close results. Here you get to see the 3551 single core performance. Here you get to see the 3430. For the multi-core performance, I would say it's a little bit much more difference than the single core. So yeah, so 8865 on the iPhone 16 Pro and the 8452 on the iPhone 16. But in the real terms, once you're just using the phone, you wouldn't find much difference in terms of the performance of these both phones, as can be seen via test. So now we'll be running the GPU test. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, so iPhone 16 Pro has completed the test and iPhone 16 has also completed the test. So in terms of the GPU, there has a lot of difference. So here we get to see a better GPU with 33289 score, and on the iPhone 16 we get to see the 27918. So that one core difference made a lot of difference in both GPUs. So yeah, so I would just want to give my final verdict on these both phones. Like in terms of the price, if I want to just go ahead and buy this one, I will just buy only for the sake of, if I want to just buy an iPhone, because I'm so much logged in into the Apple ecosystem. Only then I would just opt for the iPhone 16. Reason being that 60 Hz display in this age in 2024 and is quite annoying in terms of using this phone, because that's, you'll just notice every single day, because that's affecting your refresh rate and it just affects the smoothness on the phone that you get. I use the S24 FE, and in terms of like getting this device, if I want to just go on a mid-range phone, I would just opt towards the Android, where you can just get much more features along with the better camera. And yeah, you get 120 Hz display, bigger battery. So yeah, in that regards, I wouldn't consider this phone unless I'm just logged into the Apple ecosystem, because this is not a cheap device if you consider the iPhone 16. And if I want to go for a flagship device, so yeah, so iPhone 16 Pro would be my choice, in terms of like, obviously it has the 120 Hz display, and if you're considering for the gaming purposes, like a flagship or the best of the best, so you might want to just consider the iPhone 16 Pro. And it is obviously, it's a very expensive device once you consider the iPhone 16 Pro. But yeah, for the flagship, I would just consider the iPhone 16 Pro. And if I want to just go ahead and just buy a budget device, I would just not get the iPhone 16. Instead, I would just get the any other Android phone that has much more features, and I could still just save some of the money, because they have always some kind of deals going on there. So yeah, that's my final verdict. You guys can let me know like which one do you guys prefer, in terms of if you want to just consider when buying your first phone, or maybe you're just trying to upgrading your phone. So which one would you just consider, and would you think like the iPhone 16 worth the price that they are currently selling in 2024 with those big bezels? So yeah, that's all for now, and I hope you guys like the video. Thank you for watching, and please like, share and subscribe, that will be helpful. And thank you again. Have a good day. Bye.